Welcome to Medieval Madness News 1300. I'm Victoria Martel, and with me today is Elizabeth Hygienist.
Hello.
In this broadcast, we'll be discussing the peculiar illness that spread from Asia all across Europe.
The horrific plague is thought to have originated in Central Asia and then traveled along the Silk Road. From there, it was most likely carried by rat fleas living on the black rats that were regular passengers on merchant ships. Spreading throughout the Mediterranean and Europe, the Black Death is estimated to have killed 30% of Europe's total population so far. Let's go down to the bank to hear more from Margaret Harrison, who is currently in St. Mary's Hospital interviewing a doctor who is treating those who have been stricken.
Hello, I am Margaret Harrison, and with me today is Frederick III, more commonly known as Dr. Sir Frederick III. Sir Frederick, when and why did you decide to help those stricken with the horrific disease?
Thank you. As you know, I am a very wealthy man, blessed with great fortune and knowledge, especially in the medical field. No one should hide their intelligence. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you. Would you be able to describe to our viewers what is thought to be causing this terrible disease?
The disease is caused by Yersinia pestis, commonly found in rodents. What is thought to have happened is that in Central Asia, this disease started, and when merchants traveled along the Silk Road, they brought the creatures with them. These rodents also came in the boats of merchants, so all the blame goes to them, because us Europeans are very clean. There is another theory, however, that the Chinese were the ones who got the disease first, and they were the ones who spread it. What's important is that the Europeans were just on the bad end of the deal.
Awful, awful. To see what has come to the world now. Hundreds upon thousands of people have died due to this horrible disease. Prayer services for those stricken will be held at St. Arthur Church on Wilbury Road. Stay tuned to hear about a blooming battle. I am Margaret Harrison, and this is Medieval Madness News 13. And now, for the latest fashion and tidbits, here is Amelia.
I didn't even see you there. Thank you for that warm welcome, William. I hope none of you are sleeping or dying because of that awful plague, because trust me, you won't want to miss this show. Today we'll be talking about bright colors to headdresses to everything in between. Now, after a hard day of being a knight or slaving away at the manor, and when you awaken, don't think you throw away those linens. Every single person should be wearing their linen as undergarments. They're comfy and cozy and will definitely get your body ready to fighting off that plague. Next, when you see a huge, bold headdress, don't just stand by it. Buy it. It will definitely add height to your wonderful figure. Lastly, when you see those bright colors, don't be afraid to wear them. We should look like the bright sunshine and not what you just threw up last night. Please, let's have some style in us children. Now, thank you all, and tune in next time when we will be talking about jacket length. Thank you so much, and have a nice day.
People dying around you. Are you nervous that you'll be the one to be knocked down next? Well, you can conquer that fear goodbye with the sneeze. The scientists who created this life-changing public bath freshener are back and better than ever with the brand new and improved The Sneeze. This new spray technology does not only smell good, but it also prevents colds and coughs, but most importantly, death. Our experts predict that the plague was brought by diseases by rats and rodents. The delightful smell is obviously too sweet and delectable for the rodents, which will stop them from coming and ultimately rid us of the plague. Of course, the wealthy will get a bonus, and lower class will have to suffer with this life-changing product, because if we did not honor social status, who knows what would happen. For the wealthy, the genius people behind the sneeze will give one medium-sized bottle for free, but a large bottle you must pay. For the lower class, you must pay 15 shillings for an extra small bottle. I hope that you make the right choice in investing in the sneeze. You spray some, you gain some. To order your own, call 1-800-FISNEEZE or go to www.thesneeze.net.
We just got word about the Battle of Crecy. Now, this is the first major battle since King Edward III of England declared himself King of France. Elizabeth, can you remind us again why Edward III would create such a bustle, such a war for the kingship of France? What is his reasoning for this? Well, King Edward was provoked by French attacks on the land that he owns in France. But the main reason he thinks it's fair to declare himself king is through the lineage of his mother Isabella of France. Legally, in England, sons are allowed to inherit property and other items from their maternal lines. But in France, sons are only allowed to inherit through their
paternal line. According to France's rule, King Edward has no right to do such a thing.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Let's head to the scene of the Battle of Crecy, where Emma Johnson is currently with onlooker Edward Floxman.
Thanks, Victoria, for that introduction to the dispute between France and England. Right now, I am on scene at the Battle of Crecy. This is the first major battle, as you mentioned, of the war. I have an eyewitness here to describe the battle. Edward, what have you seen?
Thank you, Emma. King Edward had landed in Normandy along with his troops. I would say there were about 10,000 men with him. Soon after they landed, the French pursued King Edward, realizing the battle was near. He stopped with his troops near Crecy in order to prepare for a battle the next day. The French figured out his plan and started to attack. The French must have attacked a good 15 times.
Oh, and at the end, what happened?
Every attack the French made, the English were able to beat back, because the English had longbowmen. In the end, it was quite apparent that the English had won.
Thanks so much for joining us today. I'm Emma Johnson. Here with me was Edward Floxmanson, and this is Medieval Madness News 1300. Hello, I'm William in the Middle Age matchups. At last night's jousting match, we saw Luther put up a tense fight against Godwin. The screaming fans were at the edge of their seats from start to end. It was a close game, however Godwin managed to pull out a win and knock Luther off his horse after a long and tough fight. In the first half of the match, it seemed to be pretty even, both knights providing offensive and defensive skills. Although, at the end of the first half, Luther's head wasn't really in the game, and after he almost lost his javelin. However, Luther came back stronger with the thirst to win in the second half. This made Godwin even try harder. After a long, vigorous fight, Godwin gave it his all and knocked Luther right off his horse. The crowd went wild as Godwin advances to the championships. Godwin would go up against the undefeated Henry, but if he fights like he did at the end of tonight's game, he may be able to win. The game will take place next Sunday at 7 p.m. Thank you, I'm William.
Are you tired of being judged on how wealthy you are based on how long your jacket is? Well, not anymore. Now, with Magically Noble, your jacket can be longer in just minutes, seconds. Magically Noble has a Velcro attachment and sticks to any jacket. Just Velcro it on and see your jacket become longer in instants. Because with Magically Noble, you'll be skipping through the streets, feeling important and wealthy. Magically Noble comes in 6 different colors: gold, purple, red, blue, black, and brown for just 20 shillings. But if you order in the next 15 minutes, you can get 1 more for free. To order your own, you can call 1800 or longer. Oh, go to Now You're Noble. You must be 18 or older to call. By your Snap Pestis. Sorry.
Can you remind us again why King Edward...
A wonderful show for you. I can't see.